Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so glad you're here. Today we're going to take a closer look at the Hunkydory Luxury Topper collection called Christmas Style. This is a 2025 collection. I made a few cards with this beautiful pack. So let's get started. There are 4 Hunkydory Luxury Topper collections this year. I have all 4 in my shop, so check them out. This one, The Cutest Christmas, I introduced a few weeks ago, and I made cards with this. And today we're gonna look at the Christmas Style. So I didn't have a lot of time this week to make cards. I was preoccupied with other things in my life. But whenever I don't have a lot of time and not a lot of ideas, I think the Hunkydory packs are just gorgeous because they have such beautiful designs in there. So, you know, if you don't have a card making mojo, it's coming by just looking at this gorgeous artwork. So let's go through this pack really quick so you can see what is included. So each pack has 24 sheets in there. There are 8 die cut sheets, all foiled. Then there are 8 foiled cardstocks, and then 8 printed cardstocks, and they're all, of course, coordinating. So let's go through really quickly, go through them, and then I'll show you my cards. I love this quilted snowman here, so beautiful. And then here is the printed cardstock and the foiled cardstock, and you can see the foiling. Foiling in this pack is both gold and silver. Here we got yummy cupcakes, lots of different die cuts. Look at this beautiful cardstock, and then look at that. That is beautiful enough to frame. And I'm sorry about the glare. We have not good light today, so I have my overhead lamp on. So this is one of my favorites. It is the Seaside Christmas. I think they call it Winter by the Canal. And it's got these gorgeous barges here. The beautiful winter village right there at the water. Here we got the cardstock with the waves on here. And then look how beautiful this is. So gorgeous. I love the dark night sky. Here is the gorgeous angel. Love the soft colors. There are also some borders. Here you can see the angel. It's modern, it's beautiful, and it's classic. I like that foiled cardstock here. Then we have a typical toy for Christmas, the rocking horse, all decked out. The printed cardstock, and here is the beautiful foiled cardstock. We got stained glass look birds, and look how beautiful they are. All the different frames you can take out. There are sayings, the gorgeous colors. Here we go. And there's another one. This is the foiled one. Here's another favorite of mine. Look at this beautiful Christmas tree in this shopping alley here. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's the foiled cardstock. And then the last one is it's called Peace on Earth. And it's got the beautiful dove in this midnight blue background. Absolutely gorgeous and elegant. This is the printed cardstock, and then look at the foiled cardstock. So a wonderful set, and I made a few cards, so let me share them. So let me start with this beautiful angel. I made a gatefold card with a belly band. So the belly band I made with cardstock from Michael's, because I used up all the cardstock from this particular set. but on the belly band I added a couple of those die cuts that came in it. I also added this beautiful border. These are 2 foam stars, and then from gold cardstock I punched out this hexagon. And then here I used the cardstock that came in the in this beautiful pack, and then I scored it so it is a gatefold card. You could fold it over, but I like it like this. And then you see this wonderful foiled edge here, the wonderful border. And then when you open it up, here is this gorgeous angel. First of all, you do have the other side of the border in here. So when you put it flat, there is the entire sheet. I added some gold glitter cardstock that I have in my store right now. It comes in gold and silver, and I'm going to link it below. This is beautiful cardstock that does not rub off, and it comes in A5 sheets. Here is this beautiful angel, and you can see I used one of the frames. I took the second frame out so you can see the glitter background. Here it is. It says peace on there. On the top we have festive blessings, and then I just added a flower down here from my stash. So this card is actually very flat. So when I put it together and put it in my envelope, I don't know, I may get away with just a couple of stamps because it is not very bulky. But I do like how elegant this looks, and the kind of modern take on this Christmas angel here where it says peace. Oh, and if you wanted to know the dimensions, so these flaps here are 1.5 inches. So from both sides, I scored it at 1.5 inches and at 3 inches. And that creates this fold. And then the belly band, I didn't really do any dimensions. What I did is I just laid it around my card, and then I closed it kind of loosely so it goes up and down, and on the edge on the seam where I closed it, I covered it up with these extra elements. I made another card, and this is a slimline card, a trifold, and again I used up the entire sheet of cardstock because it is so beautiful. I didn't really want to not use it. So here I just used that cardstock. I scored it in 3 equal panels, and then I added a gold border here. I added piece of the border that came in the pack, and then a couple of those tags. And then when you open it up, there is a saying here, and again this gorgeous angel, and this is how it stands. So I think it will look really beautiful on a mantelpiece and so elegant. Now of course there is room in the back to write the message. So these are my 2 gorgeous angels, and I love how these cards came out. Here is this wonderful Christmas alley and this beautifully decorated tree. The card is a top folding card from Hunkydory. I believe I may have a couple left in my store, but they're almost sold out. But not to worry if you don't have these cards, because this is a large card. This is a 5x7 card. You can make them yourself. So you can have 2 panels. One is 5x7 and the other one is 5x8. And you're going to just make a score mark at the 7 inches and then lay it around and connect both cards. So that's the way you can make large cards. by just cutting the panels and then connecting them with a little flap. So one piece of the panels must be just a little bit longer, so you can lay it over or lay it inside. And then of course where the seam is, if you had one, if this was the seam here, you can easily cover that up with borders that come in a pack or border stickers or leftover scraps just to camouflage where the seam is. But I did have this card available, so here I just used very little, just that beautiful cardstock, the beautiful frame, and here I kept both frames, and I added some foam pads and then laid the picture in the back so it looks just like a picture frame. And then of course the beautiful sentiment and a couple of those foam stars from that you can find at Michael's at this time of year. And there it is. I made a second card, a Z fold, and here it is. This is one of the gorgeous die cuts. I used also the other side of the paper. You can see it's basically the same. So this is how it was, right? You got one corner here, one corner there, and I just used that piece as my card blank, and then scored the front panel in half, so I have the Z fold, and I added my writing panel in here, but of course in a way that it is hidden behind my front topper, and it says Merry Christmas. Love the colors. And then here for my writing panel, I used my decorative punch just to give it a little bit more interest. And here is one of the little die cuts, a little circle with a gift on it. How nice is this? But here the message can go, and this is smaller card, and here we have a big card. But you of course can make cards that fit your envelopes, and if you don't have an envelope, you can always make one. This I think is my favorite. I made a stepper card with this beautiful seaside Christmas. So basically what I have done here is I used this cardstock, and this is 8 by 8, and I scored it at 4 inches. So then I had this card, and it has everything on here, the houses, the barge. It's just the cardstock itself. And then I used the rest of the cardstock and added it as a stepper, and you can see how I added it here to the back. So here are my score marks, and you can make them bigger or smaller depending how big your step should be. I again covered up the seam where these two pieces are glued together with a glitter border, and now I have this beautiful stepper card. And the reason I decided to have a stepper card, I didn't want to cover up any of this gorgeous artwork. So I could have, this is one of the die cuts, I could have put it in front, but then I would have covered up this kid here with the snowman or part of this barge. I didn't want that. I wanted to have the full view of this gorgeous seaside town. I added some stickles so you can see the snow. It is at nighttime. And then in the front, I have this barge here, and then added some stars. And I love this card. It is so simple, but I just like the artwork. And yeah, so this might be a card that I keep for myself, put that on my mantle because I love it so much. But if you're interested in my cards, I do offer them in value packs on my website, including those cards that you see today. Check them out. So if you don't have time to craft, or if you want to make gifts, you can get full packs on a discounted price. And then I made a second card. Again, I just used the front of this beautiful printed cardstock. So again, this is where it goes. See, this was the rest of this paper, the leftover, and I made another card with it. Just loved it. The only thing is what I added is I added this border, which is also part of the cardstock, and I put some foam pads underneath, so it's a little bit higher. It looks like a curtain basically, that I look out of my window and see this beautiful scene. I used a white card blank. This one here is a Photoplay one that is a pop-up card. Unfortunately, Photoplay just went out of business and I can no longer reorder these cards. I still have a few in my shop, so if you're interested in these pop-up cards or waterfall cards, you need to get them now because they will no longer be around. Yeah, they have unfortunately closed. But that's what I have done here. So not a lot of embellishments, just a little bit of stickles here. And then on this card blank, I did add the gold foil so that it has a beautiful shiny background. And then on the inside, I used more of this cardstock and another piece of the cutouts that I added to the, and here you can see it, to the pop out. Now, of course, you can create these cards yourself, but it's always good to have a sample. Even for me as a seasoned card maker, I keep one of these cards, also the double Z fold cards and the waterfall cards, so that I have a sample, and then once I have it in my stash, I can always make more cards because I know exactly how the mechanism goes. So again, that's what I have used here, and I absolutely love the colors and the artwork on those cards. I made a few more cards also with a Hunkydory set that was called From Across the Miles. Unfortunately, this set has already sold out, but I did want to share those cards with you because I will put them up for grabs. First of all, this will be our giveaway card for this video, so you can win this card if you are a subscriber to my channel and leave me a message, a comment. Then I will draw the winner next Saturday and announce it on my channel. So this was called Across the Miles. Those of you that have this pack, I wanted to give you a couple of suggestions on what to do with it. And those that, if you missed it and you really like this artwork, these cards will be up for grabs in one of my value packs. But yeah, this is my giveaway card. And again, this is a Z fold card. And look, I like these beautiful foiled stamps on there, the postage stamps. Here it says wish list. Love the blue and the greens, and then of course the geese with that red British mailbox here. How super cute is that? I also made a stepper card. Look at this. Here we go. Or easel card. That's an easel card. I'm sorry. And I like how they had these embellishments, the die cuts. They look like stamps. So I added a little bit of acetate here, and then added it to this stepper. And of course, stepper cards are easily made. This is a 5.5 by 5.5 card blank, and then I scored it right here in the middle, and then all you have to put here is some form of a stopper so that you can go ahead and stop your easel. And then you can see here is this frame that also looks like a that looks like a stamp. And it's called From Across the Miles this Christmas. I also made a slimline card, and it says here Santa Claus, Dear Santa. And I added something here on the inside to decorate it. And then I had a little bit left in one of the frames, so I made a small 4x4 card, and I added our snowman, the Hardy Crafts Easy 3D toppers here, because I think they look perfect in this background, this beautiful snowman family. And look at this cute little snowman. So these toppers are still available, and I'm gonna link them below. And of course, Christmas wishes, and that's just like I said, a 4x4 card. But this is our giveaway card for this video, so make sure you give me a thumbs up and please leave me a comment. I have one more tip for you. When you have these slimline cards and you don't have envelopes, or if you would like to recycle those envelopes that you get in the mail from, you know, with these windows that sometimes you get with bills, or even if you have another envelope that doesn't have a window but it has already some printing on there, you can still use those. And that's what I have done here with these cards. I already packaged them, but let me show you. These envelopes were exactly like this one with a window. So what I have done, because first of all they're very thin to begin with, so it's not a big deal to add to the front of your envelope a piece of your beautiful paper, background paper. And then I used one of these frames that come from the Hunkydory pack. I layered some white printer paper behind it and then just cut around it loosely. And now I have this now I have this window where I can write in my address and then put the stamp here. And then what I have also done is on the inside, so that you don't see the window from the inside, I also layered a piece of thinner, scrapbook paper that then actually matches the front, and now you have a wonderful envelope. I did the same thing with this card here and even embellished it a little bit more. So again, I have used this type of envelope. Here I have this gorgeous frame. Look at that. This is where I'm going to write my address. I still can put a stamp here. Just make sure that you glue it really flush to the bottom, so it doesn't, nothing goes underneath and rips it off. And then of course when you open it up, I also added some paper on the inside. Now you have a sturdier envelope. Still, you didn't really add a lot of weight to it, but the envelope now fits perfectly my beautiful card because it has the same frame on there. So you don't always have to buy new. You can recycle, and I know we all get extra envelopes in the mail, so keep them, cover them up, and immediately you have a slimline envelope. I believe the Hunkydory Topper packs are just a wonderful addition to our Christmas card making. They are easy to use, and all the cards will come out so beautiful because of this gorgeous artwork and foiling. But these are the cards I made for today's video. I hope you found inspiration for your Christmas cards. Don't forget our giveaway cards, so leave me a comment, a thumbs up, and I would appreciate if you share this video with your crafty friends and family. Thank you very much for spending time with me today. Please stay or get well, happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.